Welcome to Badminton Unlimited, your weekly access to badminton and beyond. This week we sit down with Denmark's new head coach, Kenneth Jonassen, to find out how he is going to build on the legacy of his predecessors. We also examine how the world's fastest racket sport is making a big impact in East Malaysia. 2016 may have gone, but it'll no doubt be remembered as one of the finest years for Danish badminton. In May, the men's team celebrated an unprecedented Thomas Cup victory. 3 months later, the Danes went on to clinch 2 medals at the Rio 2016 Olympics. Men's singles ace Victor Axelsen grabbed the bronze, and women's doubles pair Christina Pedersen and Camilla Rytterhjul secured silver for Denmark.
Great year for the whole Denmark team. We are just in a really good shape at the moment, all of our players, and there's a nice atmosphere back home on the training court. So it's great to be a part of the Danish team.
This year, the Danes will be hoping to ride on the success of 2016, especially after welcoming a new head coach at the helm. Since Lars Uhre's retirement late last year, assistant coach Kenneth Jonassen has taken over the reins. Together with his newly assembled coaching team, they are now poised to usher in a new era. Kenneth is keen to carry on the good work of his predecessor.
I think I've learned a lot from Lars, very much so in terms of being patient and kind of see how things develop before taking action. He's shown me a lot of responsibility over the years in terms of handling both women's doubles and men's single here in Denmark. It's a huge responsibility to become a head coach here in Denmark. It's kind of top of the ladder, so to speak. We have a great history and a lot of results, obviously, which we want to try to achieve again. And better if that is possible.
It's a natural choice that Kenneth moves up one step, and hopefully he can do as good as Lars has done, maybe better. I think the whole coaching team is looking pretty good.
Kenneth and his team may have only just taken on their roles, but they're already busy mapping out their plans in what would be another busy year for the Denmark national team.
2017 is obviously we will have the Sudirman Cup, which we want to do well in. I think we want to try, of course, to medal. I believe we have a team that can do that. But then we have the World Championship, another interesting event where I would say more or less for the first time since the Olympics, I would say that the pairs from around the world are at the top again, ready to compete. There's a lot of new pairs in the doubles, so it's going to be an interesting 2017.
First up, though, will be the defense of their European Mixed Team Championships crown next week in Poland, a title they've proudly won a record 15 times. Chasing glory aside, the Scandinavians' new badminton chief also sees it as a great platform to break in some of their youngsters.
Obviously, we go there as huge favourites. No question about that at all, but we also have a mixed team with experience and younger players to get their chance at the highest European level. But yeah, we go there, it's part of our preparation also for the All England. We go there to win, and we kind of have the team, bringing the team to Poland that we believe is strong enough.
With stalwarts like Joachim Fischer-Nielsen, Christina Pedersen and Camilla Rytterhjul in the latter stage of their careers, regeneration for the mixed and women's doubles is one of the priorities. It'll be a challenge replacing such key players, and the Danes are careful not to rush the nurturing process of its young shuttlers.
It's not something that we are desperately worried about, but we are trying to do our very best to put things in place, get younger players in at the national team, work with them as much as possible. We're in a system where we just can't pull all the players in all the time because they have school and other obligation that we have to accept. But slowly we're moving players a little bit faster up the ranks, and yeah, we start here at the National Centre, and then we'll see how they develop before we kind of expose them to bigger challenges.
An example of the Danish way is exemplified in the women's solo format. Ever since three-time All-England champion Tina Baun called time on her career in 2013, Denmark has embarked on a strategy of gradually bringing through a group of young hopefuls.
We had a lady single project where we kind of had a larger group of girls being pushed through a lot for 4 years. From that we are definitely looking to push them on. So I think we have a great internal competition. I can easily mention 8 to 10 girls, not world-class level, but international level in Europe. I think we have Lena already now at the top, I think she's 20 in the world ranking. So the step up to top 16 isn't that far away, and it could definitely be done. So small steps, and then we have a younger generation behind her pushing on, and some great talent there.
I'm really believing that I can reach what I hope to can. And yeah, maybe the future will show what it's gonna be. So not now.
Time and patience will be key as these starlets continue their development. But for Kenneth and his supporting cast, the national team's fiery ambitions still burn bright.
We have a history of bringing medals to Denmark, and we want to continue with that. This new team of coaches has a great desire and a passion that is second to none. Instead of making all the changes at once, we're just kind of taking it slow and getting all the coaches to get the bearings right in terms of which direction they want to go. It is going to be a project that's going to develop and hopefully succeed in 2020. So when we stand in September 2020 after Tokyo, we're going to look back at another 4 great years. We want to challenge, we want to push for that limit and to see if we can push the limit a little bit if we reach it.
With a solid foundation already laid out by the old guard and an exciting evolution set to take shape, Denmark's relentless pursuit for badminton glory isn't losing steam anytime soon. How knowledgeable are you about the world's oldest badminton competition? In this week's trivia, we want to know, which men's singles player holds the most All England Open titles? Have a think and we'll give you the answer after the break. When we return, we find out why badminton is causing a stir in the quiet town of Sibu. With digital innovations, shuttle time is now more fun, engaging and accessible than ever. So get connected to BWF's Badminton Schools program. Find out more about BWF's grassroots initiatives on these platforms. Download the app, visit the website, and get active on Facebook. Your gateway to shuttle time has never been so easy. Before the break, we asked you who holds the most All England men's singles titles. The answer is Rudi Hartono. The Indonesian legend won the prestigious event a record 8 times. In 1968, at the first time of asking, Hartono became the youngest ever champion when he clinched the crown at the tender age of 18. Hartono continued that winning momentum in the world's oldest competition, bagging 7 consecutive titles from 1968 to 1974. He secured his 8th All England crown in 1976, and in doing so, broke Danish shuttler Erlend Kopp's record of 7. Hartono's winning feat earned him a place in the Guinness Book of Records. Sibu is a serene town in Sarawak on the island of Borneo in East Malaysia. Lying 400 kilometers from capital city Kuching, it is situated at the confluence of Rajang and Iban rivers and serves as a gateway to central Sarawak. With a population of about 200,000 people, Sibu exudes a laid-back charm and is reputed for its food and cultural diversity. The tranquil town came alive recently, and it was the focal point of the world's fastest racket sport, the Victor Far East Malaysia Masters.
We expect Sibu will be a nice venue for this tournament as a result of the new stadium which was put in place prior to this during the recent Sukan Malaysia. And it is a state-of-the-art stadium.
Although new to hosting international events, Sibu has opened its doors to national competitions. Last year, Sarawak successfully hosted athletes across the country in the Malaysian Games, a national biennial multi-sport event. Sibu was selected as one of the state towns to hold 2 of the tournament's indoor sports. Badminton was one of them, and this year, the Sibu Indoor Stadium was given the green light to welcome international shuttlers from close to 20 countries.
Sarawak Sports Corporation, I've been advised by the Chief Minister of Sarawak, our late Chief Minister, to make sure that all the facilities in Sarawak that is after the Malaysian Games will be used to the maximum, right? So at present, we are focused in Sibu because Sibu Indoor Stadium has been built. It is for badminton. So we have gone through the process of making sure that all the specification of the venue is according to BAM, Badminton Association Malaysia specification, and also from sanctioned by BWF.
Badminton Unlimited was in Sibu and caught up with the organisers as the team was putting in the final touches before the start of the Grand Prix Gold event. Also present was the country's badminton governing body. Badminton Association of Malaysia was in town to support the local team in ensuring the smooth running of the event.
It's Sarawak Badminton Association with Sarawak Sports Corporation and of course Sibu Badminton Association also. So we are working hand in hand with all the associations so that we make a good event here in Sarawak. It is their pride they are putting at stake. By doing an event which is worth the international level, they will then show the world and also show BAM that they are capable of doing a high-level event.
With the promise of high-energy competition at the elite level, the organisers were confident of fans filling up the venue. And with the tournament coinciding with the festivities of Chinese New Year, it helped give ticket sales a boost.
Chinese New Year is very, very soon. Most of the Sibu people who is working outside of Sibu, even outside of the country, will come back around this time. So the attraction is there because that's why the season ticket is all sold out. In Sibu, we do not have this kind of international event held here. So close to the holidays and then close to Chinese New Year, I think the spectators will come in.
And the spectators did come. More than 5,000 fans in total flocked to the Sibu Indoor Stadium on semi-finals and finals day. And they were not disappointed as spectators were treated to fine displays of badminton.
Our main key problem indication is to make sure that the organization goes smoothly. There's no hiccup, the hospitality of the Sarawak people. If the BM or BWF sees that Sibu is one of the venues that can be for years to come, then it will be one of the indication that is good.
This year, Sibu will not be the only ones in Sarawak to stage an international tournament. Come April, the capital city of Kuching will welcome top-notch shuttlers to the Celcom Axiata Malaysia Open as Sarawak hosts a World Superseries premier event for the first time. The local organising bodies are eagerly looking forward to the challenge.
This is the first time that Sarawak, or perhaps any state, hosting 2 major events in the same year and having almost like a back-to-back tournament side by side. And of course, Nation Open, the Super Series, will be a much bigger tournament than this one. Well, is a challenge, but it's something that we look forward to.
Whilst previously Peninsular Malaysia was the centre of attention for international badminton, 2017 looks to be Sarawak's year to shine. When we return, we find out more about youngsters Chen Tangjie and Man Wei Chong. Get connected with us on social media. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and tell us what you think of the latest news. Or perhaps you just want to leave an encouraging post for your favourite player on Facebook. If you've got any comments or photos, share them with us on these social media platforms.
I was 6 years old and my father already played badminton. I remember that first session that I went to, the coach, he gave me a junior racket and a balloon and just told me to hit it up and down. And I found it so much fun, and then it just progressed from there. And yeah, I did. It was, as soon as I picked up that racket, I loved it. From the very start, when I started to compete in para-badminton, I think we all have an appreciation for what each athlete may have to have gone through to overcome their disability and still be able to compete in something that they clearly love. I think it's just a mutual respect amongst all the players. And a lot of the players are regular attendants of the para-badminton events. So it is like you get to see a friend that you haven't seen in a couple of months and catch up with them. It's very nice, yeah, and I think we all support each other as well. Like, we may be competitors on court, but off court we're friends and we support each other as well. My first international victory was in Dortmund in 2008 for the Europeans there. It meant a lot, given that I'd only been participating in para-badminton for a year. So I was just shocked how I could go from just playing county every now and again to very quickly becoming an international badminton player. It meant a lot to me. I occasionally look at the pictures as well. It does bring back a lot of happy memories, and to see how far that the sport has grown from then, it's really lovely to see. It was lovely to be recognised as well by UK Sport and the British Ethnic Diversity Sports Awards, being a national award. So it was really nice to get the recognition just for para-badminton, which is quite unknown really, I would say, in England. So it was really nice to get that recognition, and it was a wonderful night. And again, yeah, I'm just really surprised that I actually won it, but very humbled by it. We fund these events ourselves, well, at least a lot of players do. I think perhaps it might just be that maybe a case of if you have to spend a lot of money to come here, you may as well try and do your best in as much as you can. But I enjoy playing playing as much badminton as I do when I come to these tournaments. Perhaps in a couple of years' time, when there's even more players, maybe then I might have to start focusing on less events. But at the moment, yeah, I'm not sure I could really pick which ones. I enjoy playing all three. When it was announced that para-badminton was going to Tokyo 2020, I was so happy. I was almost crying, and I just couldn't focus on work for the rest of the day, and I hadn't even had my lunch yet, so my boss wasn't too happy. But yeah, it was a fantastic day, and in my head I knew even if something happened which meant that I couldn't go, I was still so happy for the sport and all the hard work that it's put in over the years, and also really happy for the athletes that will get to go, because that's any athlete's dream really, to go to an Olympics or Paralympics to compete. So I was just so happy that day, yeah.
Malaysia has a strong tradition of producing world beaters in men's doubles. From the Siddiq brothers in the 80s to Atlanta '96 Olympic silver medalists Chia Soon-kit and Yap Kim-hok, to world number ones Lee Wan-hwa and Chung Tan-fok, and Koo Kien-kit and Tan Bun-hyung at the turn of the millennium, to most recently Rio Olympics silver winners Go Vi-shem and Tan Wee-kyung. Their successes are an inspiration to the next generation of players. Aspiring to reach such heights in the future are youngsters Chen Tangjie and Man Wei-chong. The pair had a standout season in the junior circuit last year, and Badminton Unlimited caught up with them to find out more about their budding partnership.
他们这次拿 silver medalist
Winning silver at the Olympics was a great achievement for Go and Tan and for Malaysia, and they were so close to getting gold.
silver medalist 已经好了。
A result like that definitely inspires and motivates youngsters like us. They have set the benchmark. We hope to one day do as well as them. Maybe we can go for gold in future.
可是最好，我希望我们可以拿到 gold medalist 啊。
Not part of the national setup, 19-year-old Chen and 18-year-old Man hone their skills at Petaling Badminton Club. The boys are the products of the Academy's Talent Scholarship Program.
I was 16 years old when I joined the academy.
这个 academy 啊。
Coach Chia Soon-kit trained us previously, now it's Coach Yap Kim-hok. The training sessions can be very intense and it really pushes us.
Having produced strong performances at junior tournaments, including winning gold at the Malaysia International Youth Under-19 Championships, Chen and Man were selected to represent Malaysia at the 2016 World Junior Championships. The pair were instrumental in helping their country win silver in the mixed team event.
Last year was my first World Junior Championships, and I'm proud to have helped my country win silver, especially as it's been a while since Malaysia stood on the podium. Although we didn't win gold, reaching the final is quite an achievement for us juniors.
我会觉得很兴奋啊。
Meeting so many players from all over the world was really exciting. These players will be our opponents in the future, so competing against them now at the World Juniors is good exposure for us.
打到 World Junior 可以对到他们，对我们来说是很好。
Meeting our future opponents at the junior level can help us to gauge our level so we can improve our game and prepare for when we meet these players again at the senior level.
The SS Purple League, Malaysia's premier badminton league, attracts elite players from around the world. This year, Petaling Badminton Club secured the services of the nation's Rio Olympic heroes, men's doubles player Go Vi-shem and singles legend Lee Chong-wei, as well as China's world and former Olympic champion Zhao Yunlei. And the boys believe that competing in the Purple League and rubbing shoulders with top-notch players has benefited them.
Playing in the Purple League helps us grow. As we are still young, we rarely get a chance to compete against top players during international tournaments, and we get the chance to do so in the Purple League. It's great exposure for us.
精彩啊，因为我可以partner到World Class。
I get the chance to partner with world-class players like Go Vi-shem and Zhao Yunlei.
而且我还可以跟我 partner 我们两个都还算是。
For young players like us, it's a great experience to learn from such top-quality players.
比我们大的，比我们 experience 的，所以我们可以 learn many experience from them 啊。
There's still a long way to go before this young pair reaches the dizzy heights of the elites. But with belief and the support from Petaling Badminton Club, Chen Tangjie and Man Wei-chong have the potential to go far. Before we go, let's take a quick look at how the international circuit is shaping up with the Badminton Unlimited calendar. Next week on Badminton Unlimited, we meet Lena Kiersfeldt, Denmark's top women's singles player tipped to follow in the footsteps of Tina Baun. See you next week.